What if I told you the most powerful prompting technique isn't a trick or a hack, it's a building blueprint, and almost nobody uses it? In the next couple minutes, I'll show you a method that turns AI from a guessing machine into a precision tool, but only if you use this one type of scaffold. You see, most prompts fail for one reason, but people never realize it. It's not your writing, and it's not the model, it's the thing you didn't give it. Let me show you what I mean with a real example. And you see the failure instant. Okay, let's see this example. Can you help me decide if I can ask for a promotion now? So we're getting a whole bunch of text, bullet point style, which is not bad, but it's not very straightforward. By using the same prompt, I'm only going to add this one more sentence, and let's see how it goes. Make a mermaid flowchart, please. Okay, now at this step, if you have never used mermaid chart before, you're welcome to check out this video here. Now, this is not the final asset because Mermaid is a code-based language to create flowcharts. So now I just open Notion and a new code block. I'm just gonna paste in the code and see the flowchart has been rendered. So now it's much easier to understand. What's the first step? What's the first question I need to answer? Have I consistently exceeded expectations? If it's no, then not right at time. But if yes, do I have measurable impact and achievement? And do I have the skills and experience for the next level? Is the company in a healthy state and receptive to promotion discussions? That's super important. And also, are there promotion cycles for budget timing considerations? Really important again. The missing ingredient is a structure or a clutch you need to give the AI. And not just any structure, but code-based structure. And why is that? Because codes are the de facto language AI models speak. And these structures are time-tested. They have complex rules and logic. And together, they can make graphs, visualizations, even videos. So if you're like me, well, I'm not a software engineer, but a lot of the pro-level vibe coders use prompts that include a lot of these structures like React, HTML, or even just Markdown in JSON language. So for us beginner vibe coders, traditional ways is we have to go learn how to code with different languages and frameworks. In today's vibe coding era, we would want to know what are existing code-based structures we can easily reference in our prompts so that we reduce ambiguity and randomness. I mean, it's like building a house. I mean, the old way, you mix concrete, you lay bricks, you do everything piece by piece. It's painful and prone to error. And the new way, you order pre-assembled modules and walls snap together like giant Lego bricks. Rooms stack, you get a full structure in a day. And prompting works the same way. Instead of crafting a 300-word instruction, trying to describe every rule, every edge case, every desired constraint, you simply reference a code-based structure, and the model snaps the entire rule set into place for you. So in a way, one word truly becomes worth 1,000 words. And a single keyword becomes blueprint. I can just start pulling in expert design structures like Mermaid or JSON schemas or React components and let the model handle the complexity baked inside them. So in many ways, we're transforming from linguistic prompting to architectural prompting. Okay, here's the deal. Once you know you have a tool called Mermaid you can use, and you know it can generate very nice, easy to visualize flow charts, you're never going back to asking ChatGPT generic questions. See, this chart is top down, and it can easily change the orientation by changing TD here to LR. Then it's becoming a left to right flow chart. And I think top down is actually easier to read. And now you might ask, what if I want something more colorful? And you can have it. Go back to the ChatGPT window and just say, can you add some colors? So the chart is easy to read. All right, now it's adding colors, and then all we need to do is copy this new code, and let's update the code here. And we got color-coded flowchart. How nice is that? Now think about the possibilities. Not only is this kind of tool helpful for your personal decision making, you can also make full use of it by making different kind of visualizations, perhaps in your presentations, in your pitch deck, and many other occasions. So you see, the Mermaid is not only just another tool you can use, it's a code-based structure you shared with the large language model. There are many other code-based structures you can reference to significantly enhance the output of your large language models, such as if you're trying to make a motion graphic, you can reference the package called Remotion. And if you want to make easy to edit logos, you're gonna want to ask the model to produce SVG graphics. All of these seemingly fancy words, they are just providing a structure for the model to process, so the output is more predictable, editable, and sustainable. And actually, when you know the right code-based structures, it's also easier for you to create new apps. So for example, what if I don't want to use Notion? And what if I don't want to use any third-party tools to render my Mermaid charts? Easy these days. Why don't we just create our own app? Now I am at Google AI Studio, so I'm just going to say, please create a web app that can render Mermaid codes for me. Within less than 2 minutes, Google AI Studio using Gemini 3.0 has generated this app, which is similar to the Mermaid.live website, but I think it's even better. You see, I only give it a very generic single sentence prompt, and it was able to clone the well-known Mermaid.live website, the code editor where you can write or copy and paste in your codes. And here are the output. There are also examples you can look at. And there's also a export to SVG button built in. Let's just try paste in what I should ask for a promotion flowchart here. And boom, you see here, looks pretty nice. This is the customized version, and we can enlarge it. I mean, this is so much easier to read than just pure text. See, once you know one established code-based structure, you can use that knowledge to produce not only different kind of assets for your company, for your personal use, you can also make apps based on that knowledge. Personally, I know very little about the Mermaid language syntax, but I was able to use it right away across different contexts. Now, you might also ask, where do I even learn about these frameworks if I'm not a developer? Well, the answer is ask AI. Now, here are some example prompts. For example, you can simply ask what code-based frameworks exist in graphic design? What structural languages can I reference to visualize decisions? What are some common structured formats experts use in project management or product management or user experience design or marketing? Anything you want. And so the most powerful prompt engineering technique isn't necessarily writing better prompts, it's referencing better structures. I hope you get to try this yourself and leave your comments down below. See you next time.